Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be playing Minecraft, and I'm going to be showing you how to use redstone, and redstone is basically like power, I guess, in this game. So I'm going to be showing you how to use it. So obviously create a world, redstone, creative, and super flat. Okay, create new world, and I'm going to be doing this in creative mode because I don't have to go mine and find redstone. So you get redstone in the redstone section. I'm just going to be doing basic stuff with pistons and stuff like that. Then I'm going to show you how to use it properly. There's a lot of stuff you can do with redstone in this game, and then I'm just going to get some stone. So, really useful thing to know in Minecraft if you're doing redstone is how to make a redstone repeater. So you make a circle with redstone on the corners and repeaters all facing the same way, and you can tell because they have a little arrow on them. And this step's a little harder. You have to You have to place and break a redstone torch really fast, or else that happens, and then it won't work. So if you do end up doing that, just break the redstone and place it again and try again, and it will keep going like that. And if you want to change the speed, you right click on the repeaters to make it go slower. So if I want to make it go really slow, I'll do that. And if I want to make it fast again, that's also a thing. If you make it one of them too slow and the others fast, that will also happen. So let's say we just want it like that. If you want a door, you can put a door there and it'll do that. If you want a piston, you can do that. Something else you can do is sticky pistons. So let's turn that off for a second. If you put a block there and you connect it, it sticks, which is very useful. So I'll leave that there. So let's say I want to make an automatic door with redstone. Now this obviously isn't something you do a lot in survival, but if you're making maps, this is basic. The only reason I'm putting stone around it is because you don't really want to see the pistons, and you'd probably make a long wall here, but I'm not gonna do that. Give me a second. I'm gonna make it peaceful, so there's no slimes, and it's 3 high, but as you know, redstone can't really go on walls. So something you can do is, let's say you have it like this. Redstone can go up like this. So and also redstone can go through a block. So if you do this, it looks like the redstone's only going in the middle one, right? But if I put a redstone torch, it does the bottom one as well. which is important for this. And with this first trail of redstone, this is a more complicated way to do it, but shortcuts can make mistakes sometimes. So you'd put it up one and then up another one until it's like that, and then you could do this, place 2 there, and do that. And if I activate the redstone, all 3 go out. And this is more complicated, but it's better because the more advanced, the less complicated ones, you can mess up easier. So I'm just gonna do the harder, well, not harder, but the more time-consuming ones. And if it's a door, you want it on both sides. And so if you want to activate both at once, well, the thing is that you want them to be out like this, because you don't want the doors to go in when you press the button. Crap, I did this wrong. Oh well. So let's just do it with one side, and for the door you'd usually do it on both sides, but I'm a terrible YouTuber apparently, so I messed it up, but whatever. So you want it to be out like this, and when you press the button, you want it to deactivate it so it goes back in like this. So the way you do that is one of 2 ways, and I'm going to show them both to you here because I don't want to mess it up there. So there is something you can do with redstone torches where, how do you do it? Yeah, you do it like that. And so let's say you have your piston up here and it's out like that, and you have the block on it, and your button is on this block right here. So you want to press it, and it switches it around so it comes in, because when this one goes on, that one goes off. So you can do it like that, right? So you can do that, or you can have it a more simpler way, again, where you just have the button directly on the redstone torch and it will do the same thing. But this one, the one where it's diagonal is usually if you want to do it from a large distance. So you would do it like that again. People usually use this when you want to press a button and have something happen, like way up here. And you place all the torches, and you would have something like a piston or a door or something like that. And when you press the button down here, it does it up there. So again, I'm gonna leave this here, and so I'm gonna do it the simpler one button way, because our redstone torch is right here on the ground. So you place it against the wall and put a button here, for example, it would probably look better if I just had the button like that. Wait, whoops. I need to have it like this. Or like that. That works too. So it's elevated. The ideal would be to have it here, but I'm having it here. Ooh, another thing which is also really useful is, let's say, this is just so I can actually do it at all. So let's say I have it the button place extended out like that. I have it right here, the redstone torch. Let's say I want it open longer. Wait, whoops. Another thing, you remember to place the torch on the wall, not on the floor, because otherwise the button won't work. So you have it like that, and let's say I want a delay. So let's say the torch is way over here. And I have some redstone repeaters. So see, it's out. And let's say the button's over here. Again, I have to place this on the block. If I press it, it will stay open for longer. And again, you right click to change the time, and I do it again, and it's in for a while. So you do that. Oops. Again, I did it wrong, but anyway. You know what? Okay, so whatever. So that's how you would make a door. And just gonna put it in the same place as before, where it's right here, and you'd walk through. And you would do that on both sides, or you can just have it like that, and then just have the other side like this. And you press this button and it goes through like that. Obviously I could have done this better, but that's not, I'm just showing you how redstone works. So what if you want to do it with like this, or you want to have this entire area out or come out? This way is a lot more complicated and it will take a lot longer. So you'd make something like this, where it's a 2x6 with 2 pistons and a block on the bottom piston of each side. Sorry, my chair is squeaking a lot. And you'd put the redstone as so. And if you want to, you can connect them, but I wouldn't do that yet. So let's just have it like this. Or if you want to, you can have it go underground, which is something that helps when you're trying to hide it, and you could have like a wall running like this. But you can make redstone go underground to wherever you're trying to make it go. It's not the most efficient, but it works. So I usually do it, but I'm not really professional doing redstone. But you would just get it underground and connect it up with whatever your other area was. The only thing about that though is Another thing about repeaters is that it lengthens the distance that redstone can go. So let's say I make a long line of redstone and I place a torch. The signal dims until eventually there is no signal, which takes a while. So that's how far it can go. But what if I want to make it go further, like way over here where there's a piston? Or not that way, because that's not a good idea. So if I want to make it go further, I could break this block, or that redstone, place a repeater, and it refreshes the signal. And you would do that here. Well, it depends. I need to see how that would work. So let's say you're entering from this side. So you want a button over here. So let's say the torch is right here. Will it go all the way? Yes, it will. So let's just have it like that, and let's say your button is on a block over here. So let's say the button is right here, right? Let's see if that works. Oops. Oh, yeah. So I'm making a lot of mistakes, but that's fine, I guess. So you put a block here. Make sure there's a 1 block space for the redstone, or else it won't work properly. And you press the button and it opens. Well, it should have opened. Oh. You know what? This is actually harder than I thought. So, redstone torch is there. Well, it's not harder than I thought, it's just hard to do in a video. So, let's make it go up here. So, your button is right here. Like this, because that will still go to the sides. And you seriously? Okay. Like that, maybe. And you press the button. I do not understand. That legit just worked. It should turn. Do I have to do it like that? Oh yeah. So you do this, and I am not using the proper words for this, but then what about that middle piece? Well, for that, again, you can do it one of 2 ways. You could put a piston up here above, 1 block above, like that, and have a signal somehow running to that one. Does that not work? Sometimes I don't understand this game. Okay, like that. And then, you know, one below, but I don't like doing that because it takes up more space than it needs to. So I'm gonna demonstrate how over here. So let's say this is your middle part, and you have this. Same situation where, so let's just do it again on one side because only one side's actually going to be moving. So you have your two pistons over here with the redstone running to it somewhere underground over here or whatever. And you might not even want to hide it, you just want it there. So, and then you have your button. So you set up whatever button system wherever you want, and this way is a little bit more difficult because you actually need a bigger system for it. So let's say you have one there and you have one right there. So these two are going to be empty. So what's going to happen is when that goes, so let's say the signal is off, this piston is going to go up, take that block, this one's going to go over, pull the block over, and you're actually going to need two pistons for this, where one gets activated and then a signal runs and the other one gets activated. Oh, sorry, I need to do this better. And where the other one gets activated, this one deactivates, this one deactivates, then this one, wait, sorry, and then this one activates and deactivates again. Or sorry, not, and this one activates and deactivates again. And sorry, you would not use a sticky piston for that one, and I will show you why. And so let's restart because I am really bad at explaining this. So you'd have that. Let's not do that. That one's harder. You know, I'm probably gonna have to remake this video some other day. I'll just do this as like a failed attempt or whatever. So ignore whatever I just did over there. Besides the repeater, oh, something I should also show you before is how to use a comparator. I think it should be a repeater. I mean, I think this should be a repeater and this is a comparator, because what this does is just repeats the signal. So you would put it like that, sorry, you need it like that, and you have the signal, and wait, if you, when you have to right click it and it just repeats the signal really fast, and this sort of replaces the redstone thing we did over there. The only thing is it doesn't actually register, so I'm gonna do something different, which I'm gonna show you in a second, which is a dispenser. And most of you will probably know what I'm about to do, which I probably shouldn't do because it's going to, well, you know, it's gonna break everything. But I want to do this just for later, so I already have, also, if you guys don't know, so if you have something, you click it up, middle click and drag, and it will fill it with stacks as long as you're in creative mode. And let's get rid of all that. And again, if you don't know, if you do control middle click on a block, it will save all the inner block data. So you see how this was full of TNT? If I place this dispenser, and you can tell because it has plus NBT, it will be full of TNT, which is good if you're making TNT cannons, which is what you are about to see. Rip the game. Probably should turn that off now. Well, there it goes. Anyway, so let's make a TNT cannon made of redstone. Also, something you need for this so it doesn't blow up your entire creation is either water or water. There's no other thing to use. Apparently water isn't any of the things. Oh, really? Oh, I didn't see miscellaneous here. Whatever. At one point I didn't even know the stuff down here existed because I never looked down there, but whatever. But anyway, so I'm doing, so you do this. Wait, give me a second. Okay. Okay, so anyway, so you take the dispenser that has plus NBT and you make sure the the face of it is pointing in the center, and you put blocks on either side if you want to. If it's like that, you have to destroy that. All that TNT just got everywhere, and I really don't feel like clearing my inventory for that. But anyway, you can do this double layered or single layered. I'm going to do single, not single, double, because I want to make this launch really far. And then again over here, this is the TNT that's actually gonna get launched, and I'm gonna make it a little longer so I can make it a nice big launch. And yeah, I'm not gonna talk for this because there's not really a way to explain this. Okay guys, so once you have this, which is just making everything so it has a redstone input to it, and I actually need to make this so that it's one block higher. So like that, which is what I had at first, but I just needed to do it so I could see what I was doing fully. So I like to have my button like over here. Crap. I want to make sure it works. Need to make sure it's all facing the right way so nothing explodes. And as some of you might know, water does not do any damage when it is in. What TNT does not do any damage when it's in water. Don't know why. I mean, I do know why, but I don't know. It's just weird to me, at least. But anyway, so you would do this. You don't really need those, but never mind. Yes, you do, I think. And if I don't, well, I don't know. And another thing is if you want to make sure your TNT doesn't go up too much, you can make a barrel. Well, that's what I call it. I don't know if that's actually what it's called, but whatever. Make sure you have the redstone input on both sides of, you know, this. But so you would make it go. You actually don't need that. You can just make it go over this. And on your first test, I would recommend just making sure before you actually activate the TNT, just make sure that the redstone signal actually goes through. Crap. Still did it. But whatever. Well, you get the idea. I'm just gonna do a little one. You know what? Forget it. I'll just. Yep, that's why you don't make a barrel. Anyway. Well, now you know a little bit more about redstone. Probably gonna do another one of these because you probably learned nothing from this. But anyway, another thing that's fun, don't know why I'm still teaching you useless stuff that you're never gonna actually use. Well, that didn't work, so I'm just gonna do another one. Also, you need to shift to place dispensers on dispensers or furnaces on furnaces or anything that has its own inventory. Anyway, before I forget, I'm gonna put water in here, and I'm gonna put repeaters on the outside of whoops. Make sure if you're doing this exact thing, you have a block so it goes to the top. It's connected to the top one, and put repeaters, and then put another block on, so it's like a little X or a plus sign or whatever way you're looking at it, and you would just connect everything in a little circle. So let's put the redstone torch right here. Does it go to everyone? Yes, it does. I was so scared that was going to explode. So I'm gonna put go quick near them. You can launch yourself really high if you go fast enough. Like if you place it from here and then you go in, it's like a little cannon. And you can go like really high with that. Wouldn't recommend doing it in survival though. Wait, what if I add another layer? I wonder. What if I add... No, not even that. What if I do something even better? What if I I'm gonna do this. Well, there goes my video. Well, bye guys. I guess I'm just gonna leave it there. Mom, can you give me a second, please? Yes, I'll give you a second. Well, never mind. I have to delete it and restart later.